Thursday, April 21st. Maroney is free. The man who is most likely the murderer of Thomas Wayne and Martha Arkham smiles for the camera. His eyes too filled with himself to notice the shadows I create, benched over the eagle carved into the roof of Blackgate Prison. I don't usually appear during the day, but Bruce could not be trusted to stand before the horde of reporters, his eyes locking with the mobster in a deranged fashion that could have led to much uncertainty. Besides, I have business in Arkham, and Gordon was more than happy with our newly connected secured line to get the work done and be home for supper for a change. I know he is having an affair with a co-worker in the GCPD, but she's clean, and I suspect there is much comfort there to work with a cop with principles. Another owl lands in front of me, my teeth grind as I launch my grappling gun, my cape sinking in the rain. I have begun new experiments on the suit, but mostly my training. Epinephrine will save me each time I am careless. Norsalina will be there to right my wrongs. It felt good having her on the battlefield, an ally with a mask. Time will tell. I have started my research on Freeze's condition, but I have to wait for some medical equipment to arrive under the radar. I feel dirty and unfocused. So much on my plate feels suffocating as I pass the security in Arkham to shake Gordon's hand. I haven't told a soul about the secret court, and there are no records citing them anywhere from the city's files to the dark web. I'll have to improvise, as I will certainly not let this conspiracy decide of my fate. My shadow self walks the corridors of this mad temple once more. I'm waiting for the clown to tempt me in another twisted laugh, but I soon learn he is now having weekly therapy sessions with Dr. Quinzel, the young psychiatrist. I have asked for the asylum to give me a copy of her entries about these private sessions, but no luck so far. Riddler doesn't speak to me anymore. His back is always turned. His walls nothing but tapestries of his broken psyche. Gordon tells me Freeze's wife has been brought back to the hospital in a coma, while the scientist still remains completely mute. The raid in his lair has found some forms of cutting-edge cryogenic apparatus, the same place where I captured him. He will talk. As I look at his shaved and pale head, dare I say as pale as ice, I discover he is a tall and dangerously frail man, with long limbs and fingers, pointy mouth and dead blue eyes, no hair on his face or arms. Dr. Thompkins gets out of the room and hands me over his file. Finally a clue for this slow day. She looks at me a few seconds, trying to find something in the corners of my mask. She was my mother's best friend, caretaker. She was the doctor that has delivered Bruce Wayne from her womb. I slightly look away, examining the file. What? The lights flicker, the power is out. I sense a gust of wind passing in front of me as the cries of Dr. Thompkins echo further and further. My lenses fall into night vision. Gordon is down, unconscious with a dagger in his hand, and as I want to start running, I suddenly hear in the back of me the security system of the building failing and all the doors of the asylum opening in a swift mechanical rumble. In the last flash, I can see the disturbing aggressor's appearance, a tall man with fangs, knife, and swords, and some kinds of winged helmet, somewhat like an owl. Hard choice, hard day after all. Let